Hello, boys and girls, and good morning. On today's episode, boy, oh boy, do we have quite the story for you. I want to tell you about a story that we found regarding a horse in a well. And this horse in a well was about a 1.5-year-old horse that fell in a well. What happened was this man came out to see his horse and found him in a hole. I guess what had happened was the man forgot to cover up his well or had a very rickety cover on top of his well, and he had a horse in the bottom of a well. So as you can imagine, he had no idea what to do, so he called what the article said was 2 vets and the fire department, which, besides being a cool band name, is the only thing that I can imagine that... You like that one, didn't you? Besides being a cool band name, that is the only thing that I can imagine anyone would call. Besides that, I don't know what else you would call. Maybe the police is the only other thing I could think of. So he called 2 vets and the fire department, and the fire department couldn't do anything. They were at loss. So what ended up happening was they made, with the help of everyone, made this makeshift harness virtually, and the neighbor had a backhoe, and he had to... They got the harness on the horse and pulled the horse out with the backhoe. And the article goes on to say, lots of sedatives, and an hour and a half later, Ava the horse was safe. Ava, I'm so happy for you that you are safe, and I guess injury-free as far as we know. Probably just real scared of holes in the ground now. So this article, leads me to mention that if there is an opportunity for a horse to be harmed, they will find it. Whether that be on the back of a trailer, I've seen the craziest things, the craziest tiny little snags of metal sticking out of a trailer, and a horse finds its way to cut something or some whatever on it. Recently, my parents had a horse that cut its entire throat, almost like a scene from a movie or something. Went out. The horse was leaning over a pipe fence and found a place where a pipe, evidently, I don't think they really know the entire story, but found the place where there was sharp metal on the pipe fence and cut its throat just like that. Horses will find a way to hurt themselves no matter where it is or what the situation is. So a few takeaways from this article. Besides the fact that we can all laugh at Ava the horse, since she's okay, that's the only reason we can laugh. Besides that, the thing that we can take away from this is safety. Safety in your pastures, safety in your trailers, safety in your barns. Always be looking for those sharp objects, those pieces of wire that are sticking up, those pipes that are sticking out, whatever it might be. Get those sharp objects away from your horse. Man, they are very, very delicate creatures. For whatever reason, horses are the same size virtually as cattle, and they are just so much more injury prone than cattle. That seems to be they have so much more sensitive skin. I don't know what the deal is, but horses seem to get hurt a lot more in that aspect than cattle. Or maybe it's because people, if their cattle gets injured, they're like, I hope you make it to the sale. Maybe that's the reason why. It seems like horses get hurt a lot more. But that's all we have for the news today. The horse Ava fell in a well. The band, 2 vets, and a fire department came to save her, and she is now set free from the well hole. And so check your pastures, check your barn, check your trailers for any snags or injury-prone areas to keep your horses safe. Thank you so much for watching the news today, April the 7th.